What is up, guys? In this video we will be analyzing the last monthly grand final, a match between SK and Humble, probably the two best teams in the world right now. I'll do my best to analyze the draft and explain it, same for the gameplay, and yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so we have the bans on both sides now. In this meta the drafts are pretty self-explanatory. I would say you have some brawlers that are just a must ban, they're way too strong. Tara and Draco, because of their hypercharge, banned on both sides. Then you have the team with last pick, SK Gaming, bans Ali, because Ali is a really good first pick assassin, and on this map, in this meta, players or the teams, they like to pick something very aggro as a first pick just to start. Now on Humble side, we see they banned Buster. Buster is a good last pick and he's also the best counter of Lily, so we're probably gonna see an aggro Lily first pick. Let's see what semantic goes here. Yeah, it's a Lily. Now what I'm expecting from SK here is one control brawler, something to get the gems, probably a mid, and then a tank in this meta, to be honest. So let's see what they go. Janet is a great control pick, and the reason why Janet is good is because Lily can't kill Janet, right? Janet can scan the bushes or she can jump away depending on which gadget she's playing, and she can fly away with the gems, so the gems are really safe, and this is of course the most important thing in gem grab. And now I'm expecting either a tank or something control based, but still kind of anti-tank. Maybe we used to see a Chester a lot before, so something in that direction. A Sandy, interesting, but I like it because again, now Sandy is a newer pick, by the way. We didn't see this a lot in prior months this year, but right now Sandy is meta more again, and again Lily can't kill Sandy, so right now it's kind of a hard game for Symantec. And well, what we need now on Team Red is definitely like some control-based brawlers. Lumi's still open. And then, you know, maybe you could go double tank in ranked. It might work and you can just run the enemy team down because Sandy and Janet are low DPS brawlers. But it's kind of risky to do, and Finks is open too, so I don't think Humble is going to go double tank here. Let's see. An Amber first. Okay, I mean the Lumi is kind of obvious. And then I like Amber. Another kind of control-based brawler, has more range than Sandy and Janet. I mean, Janet is kind of similar range, but Amber can burn the bush and is good against tanks. So overall, solid comp. But now we need an aggro from SK. We have two control brawlers on Team Blue. Humble has a Lily. So let's see, maybe a Carl. Carl is kind of an assassin in this meta. Let's see. Mortis, great pick. Great pick, to be honest. I personally hate Mortis, some of you might know it, so I don't usually have my eyes open for it. Mortis and Stu, you're going to see it a lot in pro play no matter which meta, just because they're very flexible ping diff brawlers. In this matchup, Mortis is great against Amber and Lumi. Right, Lumi has a really hard time dealing with Mortis, and the only thing they have is Lily, of course, and an Amber gadget, but even the Amber gadget, the spinny one, doesn't really do enough. So Mortis has two really good matchups, and Lily doesn't really have any matchup, right? Janet can jump away, fly away, Sandy can stun, and Mortis can dash away. Okay, so let's get into the game. So as you can see in this meta, they're not really playing on three kind of wide spread lanes, one left, one mid, one right. They're playing in their bushes. We have Humble in their bush and SK in our bush. And the two main playmakers are Symantec on the Lily and OPE on the Mortis. They are kind of the playmakers. Now you can see this play, Lily does this basically every game on this map, and every team does the same play, so it's very predictable. And something interesting is going to happen here. So basically Symantec goes in the bush with his gadget, and like SK know this because it's a very predictable play, and so Symantec thinks SK will come here, stun him with the Sandy and kill him. And Joker does know that, and he also knows that Symantec thinks that. So it's kind of like reverse psychology. So Symantec is scared of Sandy, and probably the Mortis is going to pinch him on the lane, so he decides to stay mid. He decides to rush mid, and look where Joker's standing. He's ready for this. Okay, because Joker's 2 steps ahead. Right, so very smart play from him. They get a kill. 3v2 situation, and now does Mortis survive? Okay, no, Mortis dies, but I mean, it was kind of good play. They can push Sandy like crazy now because Amber and Lumi have more range than Sandy. And now watch Yoshi. He shoots and now he stops shooting. Because if you stop shooting, you have way more power, and Luki needs to be careful of the left lane. You see they're pinching Sandy, but now Luki doesn't know where Yoshi is. Right, of course we can see he's down here right now, but he didn't shoot. So technically Yoshi could be all the way up here. And this is why sometimes not shooting is actually better than shooting when you're in the bush, because you exert way more pressure and you can be very dangerous, of course. So now again, the most important thing going for matchups, we have Mortis right. Mortis doesn't go in the bush because he doesn't know where Lily is. And you see, like OP, he's never gonna fight against Lily. Because it's one matchup, he can still win it sometimes, but it's really not beneficial, and he will feed Lily hyper, which is not what you want. And he has a great matchup against Amber and Lumi. So we can see OP switching lane, going left. Boss on the Amber is shooting, so now we know where they are. We know where Lumi is. The only thing is Lily. We don't know where Lily is as SK Gaming. And again, a very predictable play. Symantec is gonna catch it and go in the bush again. He might go through mid this time. And again, the thing is, if you wait long enough, SK is gonna have 10 gems first and they can fly away. So the only playmaker here really is Symantec. And if you wait too long, SK is just gonna win the game, right? The Sandy super is extremely good. OP can wipe Lumi and Amber. He can get an easy double kill, so it's kind of on Symantec here what to do with the game. Now they're staying in their bushes. Let's see what's gonna happen next. OP goes up left. SK doesn't know where Lily is. Okay, now he decides to go in again. Oh, they don't know. This might be good. Okay, they see him, they scout him out. And now again, the problem is Lily can't really do a lot, right? I said it 2 times now. Lily can't really kill anyone. And this does not look good for Humble. Lily and Amber are kind of overextended. It's kind of a 3v2 down here. Luki is too far up to help. So let's see what's going to happen. Stun from Joker. OP goes in. Very clean double kill. None of them die. I think OP dies here if I'm not mistaken. No, he survives. Okay, so they have full control. They just need to hold it. Gems are equal so far. But it's going to be really hard to get back in the game. Especially because of the Sandy super. Okay, so Joker drops the super. Luki has to gadget mid. Try to make space. Good gadget. Now, okay, let's look at Joker first. You see, even though there's ice, he decides to go back up. He knows the ice doesn't do damage. If you walk in a straight line, you are fine on the ice. And this shows he really understands what the mechanic does. You know, he's not scared of the ice. And it shows how important the position in mid behind the 2 unbreakable walls actually is. And now the next thing I want you to focus on is how they go in their lanes instantly again, right? We have Yoshi on the right side against Lily. You have OP left, and guys, look at OP. You see, OP was right before. Okay, Joker goes up. He probably gave OP a call. Amber's left. Watch OP the Mortis. Instant lane switch. Instant lane switch. And this is so important, and I think this is the main takeaway out of the whole game, I would say. You can see OP against Amber. Free kill. Okay, free kill. Let's look what happened on the right side. We have Lily with a super. She can make a play. It's kind of up to her now. Missed super. The thing with those plays is they can be game winning, but they can also be game losing. And, you know, in this case for Humble, the position doesn't get much worse. So there's not really anything they could have done. But of course, you know, missing a Lily super is kind of painful. And now, yeah, Joker will just push Lily useless without super. And again, same position before. 3 SK, not full HP, but, you know, doing pretty well. We have Luki alone, 2 gem lead now. Let's see what happens next. Okay, once again, we have SK double sacking right, and they're going to go for matchups again, okay? If they see Lily's left, Joker's going to switch, I'm sure. OP stays right, stays on Amber. And guys. OP has such a good position now. He has Amber and Lumi on this lane, okay? This is so free for Mortis. Symantec is, let's focus on Symantec first. He's sneaking in the bush. SK don't know he's there, I think. Maybe they can predict it, I don't think so. But the point is, he can't really kill anyone. So even though he's in the bush, I don't think he's gonna do a lot. Okay, so they switch. Joker stuns Symantec. And you see SK is using a lot of shots. And guys, this is because they're not even playing vision gear. They're playing speed gear in order to switch lanes quickly and damage. Because like they're never really gonna scout out an opponent. They don't need to do that. All they need to do is stay alive against Lily. And that's why they're playing speed and damage and not speed and vision, as you usually would on bushy maps like this one. So let's keep focusing on Semantic. They're probably gonna, okay, OP out, we'll switch back in a minute. Probably gonna pinch him out. Semantic goes in, gets his super. Joker gets his super, and I think he can kill Semantic now. Another missed super by Lily. That's not good. That's not good. Now in the middle, it's kind of a close situation. We have Luki and Yoshi here. I think Luki dies, no? Okay, kind of lucky that he survives there, to be honest. That was kind of aggressive. Let's see what happened to OP on the right side now. So he has his matchup again. Amber and Lumi, and he's close to super, so let's see. He probably just goes in on the Amber, no? Yeah, he goes in, uses 2 dashes just to get up, but it's still enough. Right, kills her without any problem, gets 2 hits with a super, and he dies. I think he could survive, no? Okay, he dies, but it's fine. We saw before, he dies too. Joker puts down his super, pushes up, perfect. He doesn't shoot too early, he waits until he can kill the gem carry. And now again, Humble has full control, they have 9 gems. And here OP can just decide to steal a gem, swoop up the last gem, or he can go in again, it really doesn't matter. Joker stays alive. OP goes in, good engage. Mortis hyper and Lily hyper, and Lily hyper is now the only thing that can really change the game. Sandy has a hyper too, Joker has a hyper. So yeah, and now this guys, watch Joker here, this is a very, very strategic play. He's going in to die on purpose. Okay, he's gonna go in, he's playing very aggressive, keeping his hyper, dying on purpose, and now let's see if Semantic can change the game. He does get a kill. Yoshi can't fly away early enough because he didn't see Semantic, because Semantic was invis. And now, guys, you see this? Joker actually got the kill. And this is the reason he dies, because he goes in aggro, dies, and then he will respawn with his shield, so he can't even take damage, and he can defend his own team, he can defend the gems. Okay, you see, Joker dies, Semantic goes in, but Semantic can't do anything because Joker's gonna respawn and kill him. And guys, this is not an accident by Joker, this is not just luck, this is a very strategic play. And I think the game is over here. I mean, maybe Lumi can cook, but you know, Sandy has hyper, she can stun them for a minute or mute them, I guess, and rush Lumi, so I think the game is kind of done here. Let's see. Okay, Lumi does survive. I mean, Mortis on 12 gems, he can just stash away. Again, the respawn cycling, another strategic death, because now Jonette will respawn again, so if Mortis were to die, Jonette can get the gems, can fly away, and kind of the cycle continues. Joker playing very aggro now. I think the game is done here. Okay, next up we have Pit Stop. Very interesting heist maps, kind of different to the other maps. Right now there's actually a good variety in the game, right? Bridge too far, Pit Stop, Hot Potato. As you can see, the team with last pick, or the team with first pick against last pick, they banned Miko, Lily and Jade. Now these are all very good last picks. These are not kind of special catered picks against SK, so you can definitely copy these games in your ranked games. Actually, all 3 of them. Of course, Miko only in Heist, but Shade and Lily are great in almost every mode right now. They're really good brawlers overall. The team with last pick SK, they banned Barry. Now guys, Barry in Heist, he's not a healer, even though he does heal, but he's a damage dealer. That's why they banned Barry. Very good overall pick. Of course, Bull in this meta, great pick. Cordelius is good too, and Cordelius is good at defending tanks, right? So it's definitely hinting towards a tank comp. And this is kind of what I expect in the game overall. There's definitely going to be a lot of tanks. Okay, Carl first pick. Interesting pick. I think I'm kind of sleeping on the Carl, to be honest. You have great mobility, of course. Carl always has damage. The fire gadget is really good against tanks. You can even kill a boss, for example, if he goes in on you. Now what I'm expecting from SK is something to kind of match the mobility and control and the tank. Like I really expect a tank here, so let's see what they're gonna go. Okay, we have a Lumi. I like it. Great area control against the Carl. And what else? A Draco. Yeah, probably the best tank in the game right now. From Humble on the other side, definitely gonna match a tank, and yeah, I think a tank first for sure, but I'm not sure which one would be best, to be honest. The problem is if you go like a Buzz or something, the other team, Team Blue, still has a very good I think that's kind of the main thing again, right? SK is the last pick. And guys, you need to know in most metas, last pick is more powerful. Last pick has a higher win rate than first pick. And so far, SK had last pick 2 times. And this is kind of the main worry, especially when you go Carl so early. For me, Carl has a really hard time against tanks, to be honest. So I'm not sure how this is gonna play out. Let's see what they go. Hank, good overall tank, not the best for damage. And Hank is I feel like Hank is kinda weak against Draco. But if you go another tank, you will get run over, and you have a Carl. To be honest, guys, this is not looking that good, and I'm not sure what you go now. I feel like something is missing. I mean, obviously something is missing. A thrower could get rushed. Another tank, as I said, another tank is a risky thing to do. You need like a hybrid something. I'm not sure. And now if you can go throw, they can just play aggro. So let's see what they go. Kaze, interesting pick. I guess Kaze is the hybrid. You have the tank aspect and you have the ninja aspect. And this, to me, guys, it just looks like a free tank for SK Gaming here. A Primo or a Buzz. You even have a Daryl, but I don't like it that much. What did they pick? No draft? Buzz. Okay, great. So they picked Buzz. Buzz has triple matchup, guys. Let me analyze the matchups quickly. Lumi good against all enemies. She can't get rushed by Kaze, but it's kind of a 50-50. Draco Hyper does an insane amount of damage. Also, normal Draco Super, by the way. And they can't really defend it that well. That's my main concern. Carl Super is decent against Draco, but they need Carl on the enemy safe for damage. So we see the lanes here. We have Buzz and Lumi on the left side against Kaze and Hank. And this is actually way better for SK. The main reason is just the Lumi gadget, because there's simply no way to push against it. On the right side, we have Luki and OP. It's kind of a stalemate. I think they're just going to hold the lane and not run through to each other's safes, but let's see. Okay, Boss actually transforms to his ninja aspect. From what I've seen in the game of Lenine's Kaze against Angel Boy Boss, it's better if you play Kaze in her Geisha aspect, so the one where she dashes forward against the boss without super. But yeah, so I'm not sure what Boss is doing here. Oh, Joker goes in. Great, like you see, that's really, really good kind of game vision by Joker there. And now you see Hank can't do anything against Boss. And of course Carl can do nothing against Boss, but right now he's on the other side of the map. I think the main catalyst in this game again, it's Boss, right? The last pick from SK, triple matchup. It's just too good. Now I think, he's probably going to wait until the bubble expires from Symantec. Kills him, and Yoshi has a field trip in mid. He can pinch whatever lane he wants, right? OP is just holding the Carl. Probably going to kill Carl too now. Okay, triple kill. Very good start. Joker is probably close to super, because he just killed a Hank, so I don't think Boss can do... Okay, Boss is transforming to the other aspect again. It's interesting. I think the best thing he can do is kind of dash away from the Boss super. That's kind of... If all goes well, that's kind of the best play he can do, but he's dead now. Okay, guys, did you see this? Great team play from SK. So Joker probably called OP and said, look, I have super, come to me, let's kill him. Okay, look at OP. They pinch Luki. You see how OP wants to go up the Draco? And then you see how he switched kind of direction, instantly wanted to go up and then he went left. And this is really good team play, and this is what you need to focus on if you ever want to do esports, right? Because Boss wouldn't die if it was just Joker, and Joker's gonna die because of the mark. Great pinch by OP, Joker's gonna die. And now, especially when Draco gets super, I don't see how they're gonna defend him, to be honest. Hank has a lot of HP, but not enough DPS. And in this elo, guys, in this elo, it's probably the two best teams in the world. Hank won't get the perfect super on a Boss or Draco, meaning standing directly on top of them. It's just not gonna happen. So I'm not sure how they can defend. The reason they went Hank is because Hank is still overall a very solid tank. If you go a more niche tank, you have the risk of just getting hard countered even more, especially because you have the Carl, which is not great against most tanks. So I think that's the reason they went tank. But let's see. You see, even defending Yoshi is kind of hard. Yoshi survives. Semontek gonna go down to the gadget. OP kills Luki there? That's insane. Okay, another important detail, guys. OP is not playing the heal star power on Draco, which is usually the better one, right? Where you heal 2750 HP every time you use your super again. Instead, he's playing the mark star power. Some of you might not know it. Basically puts a mark on your opponent every 5 seconds, like a bell super. Basically, you can see the mark on Luki. Okay, Yoshi gets rushed by Koze, but it's fine. And now Luki is going in on OP. He has the gadget, so he survives on 1 HP. And because of the mark, because OP does more damage now, he actually gets the kill on Luki. That's insane, to be honest. That's crazy. And now, as you can see, the damage is kind of close. 10% lead for SK though. And I just don't see what Humble really can do. Right, Yoshi's good against all. I feel like he can get rushed, but still Lumi is really solid. Of course, Joker is good against all. Joker doesn't have a super here, so there's really no reason for him to stay back, right? He's just gonna run after boss. And I think Yoshi can defend this alone, so Joker is well off if he just goes up now, I think. Okay, yeah, Yoshi defends it. Joker goes up. Yoshi. Okay, boss uses super. Free kill on Carl. Hank kills him though. And now, okay, now we have Draco and Hank on the save. Humble does have a slight damage lead, but I think this is where SK takes the lead back because they can't really defend Draco. 2800 per hit, even more damage now. Great hyper by Yoshi. And OP is super. Does he go in? Yeah, you see guys, OP is just going in. He's not focused on surviving in this game, not playing heal star power. And it doesn't matter if you die, right? It's Heist. It's the name of the game. You go in, you get damage, you die. And it's fine. So now it's just Yoshi at the top against 3 players of Humble. But they're still gonna have a hard time defending him. Carl and Kose do have a super. But let's see, can Yoshi get the next shield? It should be like 1 shot. And guys, watch this. You see, Joker is full matchup. Okay, now boss is not in the ninja aspect for the first time. So maybe let's focus on this, okay? Okay, he does dash away. Joker hyper. Oh no, he misses hyper. He gadgeted, and instead of gadgeting to the wall and getting a real super with a stun, he gadgeted directly so he doesn't stun the enemy. So he could escape again, and he's gonna die. So, you know, even though it is a 2v1, and technically always the 2 players should win, Joker does have double matchup, so this, you know, this didn't work out in his favor, to be honest. Oops. And he probably, okay, I missed. And he dies. Okay, Yoshi did get the shield, 75% on Humble safe. They got the kill, and now we have a Draco. I think Draco can just hold the enemies off long enough, so they're not really getting a lot of damage. Yoshi doing good work on the save. OP has a hypercharge. Luki going down, and again, I think Luki on the car can't really do any damage down there, because Yoshi on the Lumi can just defend him. OP might get the kill, regardless, however, he's gonna do a lot of damage on the save. Okay, OP doesn't get the kill, but I don't think it matters. Yoshi gets the kill. Beautiful. Hank can't defend Lumi. Save down to 58%, and the last 20% were just full from Yoshi, guys. Does he kill Semontek? And he kills Semontek. And we have 50% shield, and Draco still has a hypercharge. Kaz has a hypercharge too. Potentially she can transform to her ninja aspect, mark Draco and kill him, but he's still gonna survive on 1 HP. And just in that half a second duration of his gadget with his hypercharge super, he's gonna do like 20k damage. Okay, so wait, Yoshi's up here. What was I saying? Yoshi's up here. So Luki is unsafe. Oops, I made a mistake. So if all 3 of Humble here, Yoshi's up here. Oh, Joker dies. Okay. So Joker's defending, my bad. I said it wrong before. Joker is defending against Luki or not. Does he decide to let him through? Probably not, because Buzz is really good against Carl, and just standing there stops a lot of damage. So, oh, now I went for too much. We have OP and his hyper super here. Let's see what he does. 40%. Yeah, okay, Semontek just tanking. Does he kill him? Semontek hypercharge does kill OP. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest. I think OP could have killed Semontek there if he focused him more. Luki kills Joker. Okay, the only way that's possible is either if Joker missed a pull or if Joker had absolutely zero supercharge and went too aggro. But still, it stopped a lot of damage because it's better if Carl is kind of 5 tiles away from the safe and also needs to pay attention to boss than if he's directly on the safe and can bounce his axe back and forth on the wall. And there's still a huge damage lead for SK Gaming here. So, and again, like the defense is not really a problem. Everyone has a super. Lumi's fine against all. Joker is great against all. And in this position, SK, they can really do what they want. They can just defend. They can rush the enemy safe. I mean, Draco and Boss double super, they can definitely do a lot of pressure on that side. Because if they get through, the game is done. Right, 25%, there's no more shields left. You always need to be careful of the shields now. 25%, like if 2 of SK get through, the game is done. So let's see, OP transforms to a super, so he's probably going to push. Joker always waits for Hank's bubble to expire, great play by him. Boss transforms, again I think this time he does have super, so it makes more sense. He can either escape or he can attack. And let's see, he could, like Boss could even attack Lumi and then like they can double the safe, but there's no point. Because if Kose and Carl are on blue safe, 2 of SK are on red safe, SK is going to win because, you know, 25% left on Humble safe. So they need to defend. I'm interested. How are they going to defend against Boss and Draco here? Boss does have a hyper, so maybe he lets him through. He uses super for damage on the safe and lets Montek defend alone. Okay, interesting play to be honest. I thought he would use his super in his other form against OP or Joker in order to kill them. And I think the game is done, no? Okay, Hank does get a kill, Joker on safe. Yoshi ignoring Luki, just running up, and the game is done. Yeah, well played. Main thing in this game, Buzz. Lumi is really good against all of them too, but I feel like the last pick is just too strong. Okay, so moving on to the second game of Heist. Lanes are kind of similar again. We have Boss and Lumi left now. The only way you kind of can win this as Kazi and Hank is if you rush, right? Especially if you have, like guys, if you're playing as a casual player against Montek, you're probably going to lose this lane because he can do a lot of pressure with Hank. The only thing stopping him from exerting all of that pressure is the Lumi gadget, as I said before. So now let's see if Lumi uses his shot on Carl and decides to really take a lot of control on the map, or if she uses a second shot on Hank, and if she doesn't, Hank can sneak through. So you can see Semantic is already there. He might just sneak through now. Okay, he does, but will he go for it? And Lumi uses her second shot on Carl. Okay, so let's see, and Boss is transformed again, Joker gadget. Semantic did sneak through, Lumi gadget coming in, but they might be able to kill Joker this time. And now SK, or I guess Joker, because Joker's the IGL of SK, like the in-game leader basically, making the main decisions. I think it's Joker, I'm pretty sure. He has a big decision to make. He can tell OP, come help us, you need to help us defend, we're going to lose the game, or just go for damage. And you can see OP over here. Will he decide to go left, or will he decide to go up for damage? I think he can go for damage, because Joker and Yoshi are fine with the defense. I think even if Joker dies, it's fine, because exactly same thing like in Gemgrab before, he will respawn with his shield and a part of his super if he dies now. Okay, he doesn't really get a lot of shot, but you see this is fine because they have the defense. Lumi is on range against Hank, Kaze and Carl, it's no problem. And they have a boss. Triple matchup. The only thing that can stop a boss here is the Hank super, as I said before, but even then it's fine. He was Sylphie Typer. 1 kill. And now this is what I said, Yoshi can get rushed by Kaze, but it's kinda, you have to be careful as a Lumi, but it's still not a free rush for Kaze. It's kind of a 50-50 matchup in my opinion. Now Joker doesn't have a lot of his super. He only had like 2 shots before, so he can go on Carl, but he's not going to be able to kill him right now. But as you can see, like no matter how good you play the Carl here in Luki's position, There's nothing you can do. Okay, this is just going to be a free kill for boss. Absolutely nothing you can do. Okay, two things happened. I'm going to go back just so you can see both. Boss killed Carl with a super like expected, as expected, nothing special. And Kaze didn't rush Yoshi in her geisha form. She transformed, used her super to mark him, then shot and kill him that way. And kill him with the mark. Okay, interesting. And all the while I was speaking here, we have Draco on the save against the Hank. And he did a lot of damage. Did he really do 41%? Yeah, Draco did 41% damage. Hank can't really defend him. Now he kills him. And now again, Joker, he has a feel he's not going to go in now because the other Humble teammates are respawning. So if Joker goes in now, Hank is just going to get help from his teammates. So there's, Joker is very patient. He waits for the bubble. He waits for the right opportunity to go in. So he's not going to go in now. But Joker can do whatever he wants. And he has so much power in this game. Okay, Kaze left hyper. Let's see where they switch the lanes. Joker rotating mid. Okay, they put Draco and Buzz on the left side. Same position we had last game again. Guys, by the way, pattern recognition, very important if you want to be good at the game. You need to kind of spot what the players do. And if you watch a lot of games, you can predict most of the things they do. And then ultimately it comes down to your mechanics, of course, to pull it off. But now we have Lumi against the Carl, and Carl can't push a Lumi, and Lumi has super. Carl super can rush a Lumi, but I think, if Yoshi just plays it very passively, this is fine. And now again, SK can push. The difference to last game in this position is the enemy, they don't have 25% and no shield, they have 59%. So if you rush the enemy safe and let them rush yours in return, it's not going to be as rewarding. But you don't need to let them rush yours in return, because I feel like the Draco and Buzz win the 2v2. So let's keep watching. Buzz. Okay, he goes and gets marked, transforms. Okay, interesting. A lot of stuff is happening. I'm going to play it and then we're going to go back and look at it. I think let's focus on the left side of the game for now. Joker going in, stunning Semantic. Semantic gets off his super. They do kill him. Good hyper from Boss. Transforms. Supers diagonally. Marks both. Gets one kill. I don't think he can kill OP. Yoshi is gonna die for sure. And now they have 2 on safe. And Draco on safe against Hank. So, a few things I want to look at with you guys. One, first we're gonna look at Yoshi. How is Yoshi dying? I don't think Yoshi should die here, to be honest. Okay, let's see his right. What is Yoshi doing? Okay, he goes over to pinch. I did not think Yoshi... Okay, that's interesting. Like, that's really... I wouldn't have done it. I would have kind of focused on Carl. And then, like, how does he die? I don't see how Yoshi dies here. Okay, walks in one shot. Okay, I think probably kind of a misstep from Yoshi. I don't think he should die there. Another thing I want to point out, guys, is watch Joker. Again, he waits for the bubble to go in. And I think Joker thinks he can escape the bubble. But look at this, guys. Look, Semantic hits him for 4000 HP before he goes in. Okay, and I think this is kind of a... maybe not game-changing, but it definitely decided the interaction here, of course. I mean, they did say get the kill, but... yeah, I don't know. Maybe he would still die to boss afterwards. The point is, if he goes in with 10k HP or 6k HP, it's a big difference. So yeah, I definitely think Joker thought he could escape that. That was a good super from boss. To be honest, even if Joker has 4000 more HP there, if Kaze supers in like that and shoots you, you're dead. So it might not change that much. But again, I don't think Yoshi should die here. Obe up on the safe. Boss respawning defense against Kaze and Carl should be fine. And it's a Draco against the Hank. Okay, Hank hyper. They have the second shield. Joker misses super on the Kaze. Okay, Yoshi can just push back the Carl and hold her. Is Joker gonna get the kill? Yeah, Joker's gonna get the kill. Again, he can do whatever he wants. He can, like, you can be Spider-Man and kill Carl. He can kill Hank. He can do absolutely whatever he wants. Damage is kind of similar. There is a 20% difference, but the same amount of shields have broken on both sides. So let's see. You see now Yoshi's just holding Luki, and again we have the 2v2 on the left side. Joker Hyper Super OP transforming again. I think they're just gonna push through this time. I don't see what else they would do, and Kaze no Super and no Hyper, but Kaze is going right. Okay, this is interesting. They're saying basically they're losing the 2v2. Send Kaze, try to rush Lumi and go for damage on the save, and they're gonna have Carl help instead. To be honest, it doesn't really make a difference. It's an outdraft. Kill Hank. They're gonna kill Luki for sure. Double on the save. Now, does Yoshi go back or does he go up as well? Okay, Yoshi's coming up as well. Can they really finish the game? Oh yes, Hyper, of course. I forgot. OP probably caught that, right? That's a very important detail because the Hyper Super makes Draco so much more powerful than he already is. So yeah, they don't need to defend. They can actually finish it. Even against two enemies and Hank Super, Lumia's Hyper 2, I think this is game. Yeah, that's insane. Insane. Draco Hyper. Good game. Again, main thing is draft, right? So right now 2-0 for SK, 2 times outdraft. Okay, next we have Layer Cake. Very interesting map. I personally don't like to play it that much, but I like to watch it. So bans we have again, team with last pick against first pick ban. Willow, Hank and Jean. Overall, very strong brawlers. Again, not really specifically targeted bans or anything. These are just overall very good bans and brawlers you can copy for your rank games, I would say. On this side, we have Kaze and Ali, two of the best assassins at the moment. I think the reason they're banned is on this map. If you go one of them first pick, it can be a little too early. And then the Grey is kind of a targeted ban because, as we know, SK love to play Grey Comms, Grey Buster, kind of a famous combo they pulled off a lot this year. And a very important thing to notice, Grey and Jean are the best counters to Shade. Usually you always want one of them if you play against the Shade because you can put him through the wall. So I feel like this draft is definitely gonna revolve either around a Shade or a Buster. Lily's open too, but again, Buster counters both of them and Hank is banned. So let's see what they go first. We have a lot of good mids in this meta. We've seen Brock, we've seen Mr. P. Of course, Angelo, but not that much anymore. We've seen Gus and Lumi, of course, classics. And yeah, I think it's going to be one of them. Control first pick. Or to be honest, for mobility, a Carl again. We saw a lot of Willow, but of course in this game the Willow is banned. So I would say Carl, a Gus, or a Lumi, probably. Let's see what they go. Gus first pick. Okay, Gus instantly sets up for kind of a tank comp. So I'm interested what SK will go here. Definitely gonna go like one range to match the mid, I would say. I'm probably also a tank, so Shade is open, so maybe we will see a Buster again from SK. Let's see what they go. Carl, okay, and what else? Charlie, wow, I kind of forgot about the Charlie, I'm gonna be honest. We saw a lot of Charlie last month, or 2 months ago, I'm not sure, but Charlie has been pretty good this year again. Carl, I think similar as in the game before. Early pick allows for mobility, is good against throwers with the flying hook dash. It's very important, makes a huge difference. And yeah, overall strong brawler, and Carl can take, I mean, Carl is good against Shade if you think about it. Let's see what they go next. I still expect a Buster, probably from Humble now, and then Juju is open, a thrower is open, but I mean, you do have a Carl, which is good against the thrower, so again, I don't like... It's again the same thing. The last pick from SK is just too strong. So yeah, let's see what Humble goes here. A Shade. So they do go a Shade, even when SK does have last pick. Maybe this because Grey and Jean are banned, but I still feel like it's kind of early for Shade now. Are we gonna see another tank? I'm not sure. Tanks kind of weak against Charlie, good against Carl. And oftentimes, guys, Shade doesn't work that well alone, but you need something to give space to Shade. That's why on maps like Pinball Dreams, oftentimes you're gonna see a Shade and a Frank, for example, because Shade alone is fine, but Shade paired with something that can make space for him is really, really strong. Okay, so yeah, probably something a little bit aggro now, kind of to create some pressure to really enable Shade to play a good game. Let's see. What do they go? Squeak. Wow, okay. Bro, I don't like it, to be honest. I don't like it. Shade and Squeak are weak against Carl. And the only thing they have against a Carl Super, stopping them from getting just destroyed, is a Gus Super. And I feel like you can, like, to be honest, I feel like you can really go anything. You can go a thrower last and play really slow kind of game. Not ideal against Shade, to be honest. You can go an assassin. Bro, for me, Squeak is just too weak. Or you can go a tank. Okay, I feel like SK can really go whatever they feel like now. Let's see. They go for a Buzz again. Good pick. And I don't like this for Rumble. I'm gonna be honest. So yeah. I don't like it for Humble because Shade and Squeak, they get destroyed by Carl and by Buzz. Right? So they only have one Gauss Super they can use against. They need two Gauss Supers is what I'm saying. They have one, but they would need two or even more, of course, which is not going to be the case. Oh, okay, we have Buzz Joker going in. Oh, that's kind of an early engage, kind of a misplay, to be honest. And Luki survives, so early lead for Humble. And let's see, it's kind of interesting here. We have Squeak against Carl and Shade against Charlie. So are they gonna play boss mid? It's kind of weird. They play boss mid. Great kill, right? Easy opportunity. This is what I said. Luki goes to help immediately, but Joker has a super again, so I don't think he's gonna die. Misses a super. Oh no, that's another misplay. Okay, so far the game is only Joker. 2 misplays, 1 kill. It's all about him right now. Mid is kind of similar. Both have a super. Okay, and now we have... Okay, OP has a good spot here. That's really good. And now all they kind of need is a boss super. I'm not sure how he's gonna get it, because you see, if boss leaves the bush without a super, he's gonna get pushed. And boss isn't that strong with his gadget super. He really needs the stun, right? That's what makes him so good. So basically right now, OP has a good position. They're probably gonna pinch him out. And yeah, if OP goes in alone, Humble can defend. If OP and Joker go in together, both have a super, Humble can't defend. I don't see how they can defend. So he's pushing out OP. I mean, bro, this kind of OP does go in, doesn't bait the shield. Okay, interesting position now. A lot of them have a super. Joker still doesn't have a super, but Joker's getting a lot of room. OP made a lot of room for Joker on the map. Luki's gonna gadget Charlie, it looks like. No. Okay, crazy. So Luki has hypercharge and super. OPE had to move back. He was kind of premature engage, to be honest. And going in alone without Joker is not ideal, I think. The question is, how close is Joker to a super? And can they survive the incoming attack? Because OP is out of his super. He just uses gadget. Squeak can easily shoot around walls, and he has a super, so it's not looking great for SK. I feel like that too many misplays so far. 1 minute left. I mean, all they need is 1 kill, so anything can happen. Okay, now Joker does have a super. So now Joker has a super, but OP doesn't. So again, only one of the two has their kind of engage opportunity, so it's not ideal. And Boss has a super, so Carl can't really push anymore. You can't really push left if Shade is in there. Okay, Humble is just holding lane. He fed one shot to Charlie. OP is going up again, but Boss has a super, so it's kind of a stalemate right now, right? It's kind of a normal, boring bounty match. He gadgets Joker. Boss hits OP. Did he hit a gadget? Okay, OP is low. So now Joker might be able to go for Squeak again. Kind of a risky play because Gus has a gadget. Might be a too risky play, and Luki will definitely go and help. So Joker's probably gonna wait for his mate. There's no reason to go in alone. Luki hyper. Charlie can't really play the game. Guys, to be honest, I'm not sure why they don't put Boss left. Kind of put Boss on Shade, because both of them will get their super, so it's fine. And like, yeah. And Charlie against Gus, you know? Right now it's interesting. They're playing Charlie against Shade, or Shade against Charlie, if you want to speak from Humble's perspective. And Gus against a Boss, but they're not pushing. They're just waiting, which is not ideal, I would say. I don't think it's ideal, because if you wait too long, you're going to get rushed. Right, we have to keep in mind your Humble does have the lead for quite a while now, but overall SK's comp, it still looks way better. I still don't see how Humble should win this, right? I feel like this should be SK winning. OP going up, gets one hit. I don't know. Okay, now he goes in. So this is where, okay, so OP is all the way up here without using his gadget, and I think he has it back. So this is where the action is really gonna unfold. Let's see, Luki has a free kill on Yoshi. Joker can stun Semantic, I think, before he gets his shield off. Now, as soon as Semantic uses his shield on whoever it might be, the game is done. So let's see. Okay, he does stun Semantic. Luki doesn't go and kill Yoshi, decides to help his teammate. OPE used his gadget. Goes in on the Squeak, Semantic used the shield on himself. Okay, and now it's over. This is not going to be good for Humble. Carl Axe is flying, probably going to kill... Yeah, going to kill Boss for sure. Let's see what happens. Kills Luki and Semantic. This is kind of what I said, guys. Really nothing you can do. You have a Squeak and a Shade against a Boss and a Carl. It's not Humble's bad. It's just how the draft works, unfortunately. So yeah, clean wipe, and yeah, I don't see how Humble should be able to win this, to be honest, if SK plays normally. Okay, next game. I hope Humble wins. Carl gets blue again. No, he doesn't get blue. Okay, Luki going very aggressive. Now, they are trying to kind of not assert dominance, of course. There's a reason they're going this aggressive. They want to get position. And I think Luki probably expects Joker to kind of do the same thing again. But now Luki is he's very aggressive. This might be a little bit too much. He dies. Okay, early lead for SK. Does OP die? No, OP is fine. 3v2, and Semantic is going surprisingly aggressive considering the fact they're one player less right now. Not looking great, to be honest. Boss has a pull, so he should be fine against Shade when Shade comes again. Yeah, I don't like this so much. Shade has a super. Okay, Shade is going left, Shade is getting position left. I think SK want to switch. They want to get Boss on the Shade, probably. Or, I mean, Boss is good against all of them again, except Gus super. He could also kill Boss. Okay, so he gets hit by Boss. He can't go for a kill, because Gus will pinch him. So he decides to retreat. Oh my god. Okay, so 2 Squeak shots and the Gus and the gadget. They get the kill. 3v2 situation and Luki with a super. Now Shade can have a field day here. Let's see. Guys, was Yoshi playing spiders? I don't think so. I think Yoshi's playing Cocoon gadget, which makes sense against the Shade. And Shade probably can't kill. OP here is too much HP, but he can definitely keep them low. And then if Squeak can push up more, this is gonna be good for Humble, but Boss does have a super. Oh, shield coming in from Semantic. 1 shot, 2 shot. Oh, Luki survives. Now I think right here, slight misplay from OP. I'm not here to blame anyone, by the way. I'm just here to give a technical analysis and say if you could do something better. And I think if OP stays on his super on Luki, if he doesn't go away, like look, Boss is gonna stun Luki. Luki is stunned in the wall, but he can still take damage. He's not that far in the wall. But OP decides to go away, right? If OP would just stay on Luki, Luki would probably die. Yoshi's in his cocoon right now. Boss is probably gonna push like crazy from the right side. Yeah, so Luki does survive and he gets the kill. Kind of a misplay there. Yoshi out from his cocoon, boss pushing. Bro, what is this? Why does YouTube give you a reminder like every hour? It's horrible. Boss pushing like crazy, boss has a super again and they retreat. And Humble has the lead again. Few misplays from SK, to be honest. They should not lose this game, like they have a better draft. And draft is everything. So Luki has a hypercharge, he doesn't have super. He needs to go away when Joker is pushing him because a Shade alone can't really do anything against the boss. Now we finally have Charlie against Gus. And on the other side we have Squeak against Carl. These are kind of the matchups I like for SK, to be honest. Semantic has this big, Yoshi has a super. Oh, pull from Joker, does it hit? No. Very nice. And miss super from Yoshi. Okay. Okay, they were going for a pretty big play there. That would have been really nice to watch, to be honest. I mean, of course, you know, I hope Humble wins this game and we can see a set 4 and hopefully a set 5. But, you know, nice try. Okay, Luki gadget, and again, they can't push low. But now this time we do have boss against Shade. So it's still going to be a stalemate. But both of them are going to get the super. Okay, he hits his gadget now, he's super and hyper. Right side, same as the game before, we have a Squeak against a Carl. Squeak has a super, very similar to before, but Boss and Carl don't have their super, so they can't go for an engage just yet. Joker mid. Okay, they put Joker no super, pushing Joker. And Luki going instantly, wow, taking anti-shield. Okay, a lot of stuff to break down. So the main difference between the game before is, before we had Boss playing mid against a Gus, which if you think about it, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It doesn't make a lot of sense. You're respecting Boss way too much, right? Gus has a lot of range, does have a super if Boss wants to engage. He shouldn't be able to play against a Boss and just hold the lane, right? Gus, especially when Boss doesn't have a super. And before they were just letting Boss kind of charge his super, standing in the bush doing nothing. And now they spot him out, right? Boss shoots mid instead of standing full right and pushing OP. And they push Boss when he has no super. Okay, instead of waiting for endgame, and Humble know if they wait too long, they're going to lose the game. If Carl and Boss have hyper, they're going to get team wiped. So Luki decides to hyper as well. So watch this. Spot out where Joker is. And now they start pushing Boss. Okay, great gadget by the way from Semantic on Yoshi, because now he's low and he needs to go further away to help. Very big difference when playing Charlie, because if you're that far away, you just do less DPS, right? Because you only have one ammo and you need to wait until he returns. Same thing with Carl. So Boss no super, instantly a Carl, Luki gonna hyper from all the way up there, and Carl no super, so Luki, he can cook again on this side. Shield again from Semantic through the wall. Great play, great vision. Kills OP, now Joker's hyper super. Now Humble need to be careful, and Humble don't have a Gus shield. Okay, and super on Yoshi, I'm not sure if they can kill him. I think his cocoon is back, so... Oh, Yoshi, okay, he does survive. OP goes in. He can't really get a kill, but now it's starting to look good. Okay, because OP will get a super, and Boss has his hyper. And guys, to be honest, I think Boss can already engage. I don't think they can kill Boss if he goes in now. Gus has no super. Yeah, I think it's kind of over, to be honest. Okay, gadget on OPE. He only hit one shot. Yoshi survives, but Yoshi and OP are kind of far back. And Joker still decides to go for a hyper, kind of as expected. But okay, now Gus has a hyper super, which kind of changes everything. Oh, you hit a shot there and you hit a shot there. I didn't see that. Does he hit a shot in OP? No, one shot is enough. Okay. He used his hyper just to isolate Squeak again. We saw this in the last game. I mean, it's gonna be 2 stars, so it's gonna be 7-5. They need one more kill. You know, I'm not a huge fan of it. I would wait until they can go in together. But let's see how it plays out. Maybe they have to do it because of the Gus hyper, but I don't think it's worth it. Luki just used his hyper. Boss doesn't have super. Okay, at least they do get the kill. 7-5, but now Joker has nothing again. And with 40 seconds left, I'm not sure if that was the play. Joker going up to get the space. Very important thing on tanks. Always use the dead space and move up the map, but don't overextend. As soon as he sees Boss is there, and of course Boss knows Joker has 0 supercharge, so Joker doesn't really have a chance of killing him. I mean, he does have a gadget, but if he doesn't stun Boss, Boss won't die, and Semantic can go, well, Boss can move back, and then Semantic can pinch and Joker will die. Or Joker can escape with his gadget, but if Joker uses his gadget to escape, he has 0 supercharge, 0 nothing, and Boss has a super, so he'll just get pushed like crazy. And yeah, actually, if you see it from this position, especially if Joker has no utility, then Squeak is really good, right? Then Squeak can create a lot of pressure, which is kind of what I said before with the Frank. Like, he can make pressure and it's good for Shade as well. So let's see, Joker does have his super now, 30 seconds left. And all they need is 1 kill is not enough. If they kill Boss, it's not enough. They either need 3 stars or 2 and a blue. Okay. But let's see, Semantic has super. Okay, now they're pushing, they're switching lanes. SK decides to switch first. Humble decides to switch afterwards. And yeah, I think the difference is if you have Boss against Shade, it's a stalemate and both are gonna get their super. But if you have, or let's say, let's put it this way, if you have Squeak against Carl, it's what we saw before up here, you had the Squeak up here and the Carl down here, it's kind of a stalemate, right? Which means nothing is really gonna happen. If you have Shade against the Carl, it's still kind of a stalemate. Nothing is really gonna happen, right? Shade can hold his own lane, OP can't really push. If you have Boss, where's the Boss? Down here. If you have Boss against Squeak, of course, you know, there is a risk Boss can go in, but if he doesn't have a super, Squeak can push him way more than Shade can, right? Which is why I think this lane switch is smart. Now they have 2 really good hypers. They have Gus hyper and Squeak hyper, so again, it's going to be interesting. The main play we're looking for here is a double engage from Boss and Carl. And even though Semantic does have a hypercharge, he only has 1 super, he only kind of gets 1 chance. And once he uses it again, I don't see how they're going to win. They're going to get rushed again, I think. 20 seconds left. Joker needs to find an opportunity now. Luki gets a super, goes in for damage, stuns him in the wall. 1 hyper, 2 hypers. Oh, this is going to be a good squeak shot here. Yoshi can't push that much. Does OP die? OP survives in 1 shot. Oh, okay. Okay, a lot of stuff happening. Yoshi going in, last ditch effort. Cocoon, not enough. And Humble actually take the game. I don't know how this is possible, guys. I think we're a couple misplays in the start. No, from SK. Let me just check. No, Luki actually entered in the start. So, oh, okay, so he died there. And then OP didn't kill Luki and Luki killed OP. And then they got the lead first. Okay. And then apart from that, of course, I'm not just saying SK is playing bad. Great from Humble, and the main difference is they're pushing Boss, right? When he doesn't have a super, they're really making use of that and pushing him. So let's see game 3 again. I think it's on SK's side. I think they should win the game. Okay, Bounty game 3, let's go. OP is gonna get the star again. Oh, okay, interesting lane switch. They're putting Squeak right on Humble's side and Shade left. Shade can get an insane amount of pressure, but Squeak can get rushed by Boss. Those are kind of the main things we need to look out for right here. Luki going down, getting space. Oh, this is a kill for Joker. Yeah, this is a kill for Joker. Luki kills OP. Ah, that's kind of crazy, to be honest. Let's see what OP was doing. I mean, that was good vision from Luki. Maybe OP could have run away, but you know, that's kind of very hard to see, to be honest. Great play from Luki. 2v2 on one side, the aggro is low. On the other side, the control-based brawler is low. And yeah, interesting position. Again, the boss looks really powerful. Right, the boss looks really strong here, so I'm not sure they're going to go for play. They decide to walk back. Missed pull from Joker again. That's really bad for SK. Okay, because now Buzz is not doing a lot. Now they can get pushed like crazy, to be honest. So this could be great for Humble. Let's see what they're going to do. Okay, they're pushing. Semantic Ghost and has a super, of course. First Ghost is super, by the way. If you didn't know it, guys, it takes Gus 4 hits to get his Ghost shot. And it also takes him 4 hits to get his super. So his first Ghost shot in the game is going to be the shot to get him his first super. He's probably going to explode it now onto Yoshi. Yes, 3k HP left on Yoshi. And Semantic has a shield. Buzz, no stun. And Luki is all the way down there, full HP. So probably going to see an engage from Luki and Carl. I mean, those are kind of the playmakers, the assassin-like brawlers. Good dodges from OP, really good. Okay, interesting position. So we have Luki with a shield against a boss with no super and a Charlie. Now, I don't think he can kill Charlie because Charlie has a cocoon. She can simply hide away. And SK are not going to stack, guys. Never stack in your games. So Luki can definitely not kill both of them. OP, on the other hand, Gus is now 4 shots away from his super. He just used it. So what I would do as OP is I would shoot Gus and I would super Boss. But Boss has full ammo, so he might, he might die if Semantic goes up to pinch. It's kind of the question, does OP decide to try and make a play and go for 2? Or does he go for Gus, which is the safer option because he can kind of stay back and help his team? Right, the risk is if he leaves his team, if he goes up and leaves his team, Semantic can pinch through here. And then the 2 might die. OP's 2 teammates might die. So let's focus on Luki first. Okay, another super. Okay, Yoshi shields at 1 HP. Can he kill Joker? Can Luki kill Joker? No, 1 shot and he goes away, but he has his hyper. So decent engage, but didn't get a kill. And now let's focus on OP. Okay, so OP didn't go up. He decides to go mid, go for Gus, which is a free kill. He doesn't have super. He does kill him, but Boss comes to his help and finishes off OP. So overall, they get the lead back. Same amount of stars, but Humble has the blue. Let's see. Boss has his pull. Luki has a hyper, is in a good spot. Now they want to force Buzz on Luki. SK want to put Buzz on Shade again because, he can kind of push Shade away. Humble sees it. They're going to go for a lane switch pretty early. Let's see if SK react. Okay, right now with OP left. Now they do react. They're kind of switching. OP miss gadget. Not the end of the world, but it's not great because you give the opponent more time to react to your play and to think about what they're going to do next. So I'm interested to see if OP is just going to waste the gadget or if he's still going to go left now, and if Luki might go left again too, kind of in preparation for OP's gadget. And if he doesn't, then OP might need to waste the gadget, but then on the other side, Joker can get more space on the right side. I'm not sure, but the gadget miss is not optimal. What I mean with gadget miss is, by the way, he's playing Flying Hook and he activated it and didn't use it instantly, but his next shot is going to have to be the gadget, so that's kind of what I mean with the gadget miss. He does go left. Luki's there instantly. Oh, okay, that's, you see, getting pushed out there by Carl is kind of interesting. Carl hit him, he missed his gadget. But I think that's not really the whole picture, right? The main thing is they're just too weak against a boss. So they're moving back as a team. It's not just Luki alone here. All are moving back. Yoshi has a super. And 1 kill is enough. It's only the blue star that makes all the difference right now. So this is going to be interesting. Okay, Semantic has Ghost. Miss shield. Luki hyper, but Yoshi has a super. This is not... I don't know. I don't think Luki can do anything. Yoshi has a shield. But it's very hard to hit your another shield. Yoshi has a cocoon super. But it's hard to hit. Because Luki is extremely fast with his super. Luki, oh, he got hit on the water. OPE, is he gonna get hit by this? Okay, and I'm kind of looking at boss here, because again, he's probably close to hyper by now. Squeak and Gus completely defenseless in mid. Gus just used his super. Squeak is always bad against boss. Luki, I don't like the position a lot down here, of course. Nice pin, I must say. Very nice pin. And OP might... Wow, good. Like, that's an insane gadget from boss, to be honest. That's an insane gadget. So OP is gonna die here. I think Luki is dead as well. Okay, wait. Joker is going mid. Okay, interesting. So Joker can do anything mid, but so Joker can kill one of the two Humble enemies. But Humble, of course, doesn't stack. So, you know, if he kills one of them, or maybe if he stuns one, he might not even be able to get the kill if there's two people. So I think, guys, to be honest, in a rank game, I would just go for it. But he decides to go for Luki, and he misses his super, if I see correctly. And you see, guys, this is so bad. Okay, now SK does have the lead. This is so bad because now Buzz is useless. He's basically the strongest brother on the map with his super, with his full kit, but now he's useless. Okay, and before Buzz was scared of Buzz, Humble had to move back because of Buzz on the Squeak lane and his super. And now Buzz is just gonna push him like crazy on the Squeak. Okay, and Joker can't do anything. And this is what they did really good in game 2. They didn't do it enough in game 1. And they're trapped in the corner here. Squeak has a super. Semantic up there to pinch. Charlie doesn't have spiders, just cocoon. So this is not looking good for SK. Great pinch. Oh, there he gets his hyper. Did he miss his hyper? Okay, so this is the hyper I was talking about. I thought he would get it like here and then he could kind of make a play mid. He didn't have it yet. Okay. Semantic has a ghost, hits his ghost on Yoshi again, and now Joker has hyper. Guys, focus on Joker, and OP has a hyper too, by the way. So now they can go for the big play and win the game. Focus on Joker. Gadgets, and then hypers. He missed his hyper charge. He missed his hyper, and guys, mind you, this Gus is a free kill, and then he probably could have killed Boss as well. OP coming up with hyper, good team play. If Boss is stunned, OP could kill him and he would get a super, and then Shade would technically be a kill too if Shade decides to engage. So this is honestly a game throwing play by Joker. I don't think I've ever seen him misclick. I should say not miss, but misclick a hyper. That's really bad. Yeah, that's a game throwing play. I don't know what to say, to be honest. I don't know what to say. I mean, it happens, you know, nerves might be the last game. Buzz and Carl hyper against a Squeak and a Gus without supers. And they both kind of do nothing, to be honest. Okay, so 30 seconds left. A little bit disappointed. But yeah, let's see what's going to happen. Squeak hyper, Charlie hyper, Shade super. So, and again, like, Carl is kind of defenseless now. He is close to a super, otherwise he wouldn't have popped his hyper before, I think. Sometimes you just use it for speed boost though. But like, I think he can go in now and he can do good work on one side. Maybe the boss will come to help the boss will come to defend him, but I don't think it matters. And Charlie might be dead as well if they go in together. Let's see. Okay, Luki goes in. Gadget from boss. Okay, Luki's on Joker. Interesting. They kind of spawn trap now. Boss still has his hyper. Boss and Semantic are low HP, so I don't think they can do that much. But they need a star. They need a kill. Luki uses his super basically just for the spiders because they're so strong against Gus. Luki gets another super. Does he get the kill? That's perfect by Luki. That's perfect. Now Joker gets his stun. I think the way I see Joker play, he's just gonna stun Luki right now. Yeah, he does try to go for it. Does need it. And Luki has a hyper. I think this is one thing on Shade. I'm not sure if they nerfed it already, but the Shade Hypercharge charge rate is just too fast. You get multiple hypercharges a game, it's crazy. So now like that was really well played by Luki. That was just simply, there was simply nothing SK could do there. They wasted their supers and then Luki killed one of them. 9-8, 25 seconds left. Looks good for Humble, and to be honest, another missed gadget from OP. I don't know, man. Like, it's just, Humble just played better this game. Yeah, there's really nothing else to say. This is just, they just played it better. And Joker kind of threw the game, to be honest, with his hypercharge miss. But you know, it happens to the best. I think that's another important thing I need to mention. Mistakes happen to everyone, even to the best players in the world. Joker, OP, Symantec, Luki, it really happens to everyone. 4 seconds left, hypercharge, Luki hypercharge, boss hypercharge. The game is done, well played, Humble. I don't think they should be able to win this set, but they played it better. SK kind of threw. 1 or 2 more sets, let's see. Okay, last map. Oh, that was kind of a spoiler. I'm sorry guys, last map. Pinball Dreams. Interesting Brawl map. You can see the bans are pretty straightforward again. A Willow, a Ali, and a Hank. An Ali, you know, very good brawlers. I think 2 of the bans are exactly the same as on the other map. This is what I said in this meta. The bans are kind of straightforward, right? You can look at a tier list. I would recommend Luki or Symantec's tier list on Twitter. And kind of the best brawlers are picked on every map. But then again, the map is different, of course, depending on which mode you play. So you can't just copy it for every mode. Willow on both sides shows how strong she is. Buzz, one of the, not Buzz, Bull, one of the best tanks at the moment. Really strong in this patch. Buzz is an interesting ban. I think it's kind of a target ban and it hints toward something that isn't great against tanks. So what I'm expecting to see here is either something like a Kose or a Lumi first. Other good mids on this map, Goss or fine. B is good. So yeah, I think those are like the main mids you see here. You see a lot of B, a lot of Lumi, a lot of Goss. Byron sometimes, but not really in this meta. And again, Brock here, I mentioned Brock on the other map. It's just too easy to dodge his shots, especially when you play against many tanks. Brock is not a great brawler, so let's see what they go for. Lumi, yeah, Lumi gets countered by Boss, so it makes sense that they banned Boss. Now, I expect a range mid, of course, a Goss or a B. And then on lane, probably a tank in this meta. Hank is open. No, Hank is banned. Hank is banned. Draco is open. Yeah, Draco is open. I like Draco. Goss, maybe? Goss, Draco. A Shade. Shade is good. And what else? A B. Okay, so they have the range mid B. I like B more than Lumi, to be honest. You have more range and the gadget is great to pinch lanes, so I feel like as the game goes on, B is only gonna get stronger. So yeah, I really like the B. Shade is good, and yeah, and I think Shade has this kind of thing where it's not just, he's not just good in the game, he's kind of good in the draft, you know? It's hard to draft against the Shade. So now on the Humble side, I feel like against the Shade and the B, you kind of need a hybrid brawler. I would still go Kose maybe. Yeah, hybrid for sure. And then last pick, it's again like SKF last pick again. That last pick every single time so far. I think it's a bug in the game, or it's either really unlucky for Humble or it's a bug. So I'll go like a hybrid and then a tank. Yeah, 2 tanks doesn't work into this. A hybrid and a tank, I'll go. Stu is a hybrid. It's not what I mentioned, but you know, and it's what I said in the very start in Gem Grab. Stu and Mortis are brawlers you will see every month. They're just ping diff brawlers and very versatile, so you might always see them. And we do see it here. Now, I'm gonna be honest, guys, into Shade and B, it's not great. I mean, Stu is always kind of a brawler you can make it look good even when he doesn't have matchup, just because you can, I mean, if you play well, Stu can always work. I guess that was kind of the point with Stu and Mortis, so. And let's see what else they go. A Primo, that makes a lot of sense, good tank. Also really good. So before I said Shade usually paired with Frank in order to get more space. Could still work, but against Lumi's hard. Can't really kill Stu, but Stu doesn't have a lot of damage. But Primo's good against Frank, so probably wouldn't go Frank here. Would I go another tank? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think if you have two tanks kind of with no range, and like Primo's one of the best tanks against other tanks, and you have a Lumi and you have a Stu that can dash around, I would match the hybrid. I don't have a pick in mind, but I would match something that's kind of flexible to play. Or you can just hold the lanes. That might work, you know, because like long term, I think B wins mid. And this map is most about mid. Basically, you can just kind of stale the lanes and win mid. And if you win mid, you're going to get you're going to get space, I guess. That's how it works on every map. But on this map, kind of mid has a very clear lane. You can see where mid is played, of course. So, I mean, that could work too. You go a brawler where you just hold your lane. You have B winning mid, and then you have another brawler that can just hold its lane, hold its ground. Frank, I don't think it would work. They would push too much. I'm not sure. Maybe an Amber, like a control, but Amber would get rushed against a Stu, but then they have to lane switch. Yeah, something that is kind of strong enough on its own to hold lane, I would say. But the main focus, in my opinion, is on B, right? I think B should win mid, and I think B will win mid, to be honest. Let's see what they go. Surge. I like the pick. I like the pick. In my own draft, in ranked, or if I were the coach, this would not come into my mind, especially in this meta, a Surge pick, but I really like it. Surge is good against Primo. Surge is fine against Stu. Level 1 Surge, of course, on an open map is not great against Lumi, but he can push behind the walls. He has Bush here. Speed on Surge here is really good, by the way. And he has a speed gadget, of course. And once he's leveled up, they have more range, and yeah, I like it. But again, very important topic is going to be lane switching. Same thing in gem grab, because if you have Surge on range against a Stu and a Lumi, it's going to be kind of hard. But if you have Surge against a Primo and he gets his level 2 instantly, the level 2 is by far the most important thing on Surge. It's just the speed that makes him so extremely good. Then he's going to be great. So they do have Surge against Primo on lane. Luki's playing in the middle of the map. This is insane. I think Semantic got hit by Joker's gadget. I don't know how Luki can play this aggressive into a B. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see what happens. Now Luki is so good, man. He's touching every single shot. That's crazy. Now that's insane. That's crazy, to be honest. Hummel go for a lane switch blatantly through mid. Which, you know, that's kind of crazy. Like, you would never do that because it's so easy to get hit when you stack. But Hummel does go for it. I still stand, guys, on my point that B should win mid against the Charlie. It's just, you know, it's hard to hit Luke if you ever played against him. It's really hard to hit him. But I mean, OP is good, of course, too, so it should be fine. Very important what Yoshi did here. You can see as soon as boss drops the lane, let me search the best place. As soon as they go for a lane switch, now Yoshi should run up behind this wall instantly so he can pressure the mid. And they can't get pushed from here. Right, Stu's gonna stand here and shoot downwards. And Yoshi can basically just run up here as fast as possible. And this is what he does, I think. He doesn't get hit by Semantic. He waits a bit, still pops a gadget, as you can see, and runs up in his lane. And I think OP hit a shot here, I'm not sure. Now boss is gonna push Joker, and this is why Frank was kind of a hard choice, because if you have a Primo running at you as a Frank, you're probably gonna die, and you're gonna feed him, of course. I mean, it's fine with tanks, but you know, like, the Primo with a jump is gonna be pretty good. Boss going very aggressive, Joker super. Shade is great. Okay, and now OP hit Luki. Now Luki is low, so he needs to retreat. Symantec still doesn't have a super. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of fine right now. Let's see what's happening on boss side. OP kills Luki there. Wow, that was a really good shot. There's nothing you can say. That was just well played. Of course, he does have more range than Lumi. You always need to keep that in mind. 3v2 situation here. Joker has his hyper already after just 30 seconds. Okay, and this is what I mean, guys. This is insane. Symantec gonna go in against 2. Joker uses hyper, finishes him up. And guys, another important thing. You see how SK is switching lanes too. You see how Yoshi realizes Joker's getting pushed by boss. So he decides to switch lane. Okay, we're gonna go back a little bit more just so you can see Yoshi's left. Bosch, well, not Bosch, Boss of course. Boss is gonna push Joker. And now Yoshi's gonna go back and switch lanes in order to get matchup. And Yoshi, you can see he really needs his stage too. It's what makes Surge so great. They switch lanes. Good engage from Joker. Actually, good engage. And he's so fast with his hyper, it's crazy. Now, boss retreats. I'm not sure if Yoshi got his stage, but it's fine because now Yoshi has a good position. And Hummel's probably going to switch again to prevent Surge from getting his level. Okay, Yoshi does get a shot. Joker gets a shot as well, and he has a super again. Hummel switch lane exactly. Get the Primo away from the Surge onto the Shade. And this is just insane. They can't stop Joker. They have nothing against Joker. And I think the main problem here is all they have is a Primo super. He didn't have it until now, I think. And even if he has it, the main problem with Shade is he's camping in the wall. So the only way for Primo to kill Shade is if he jumps on Shade and therefore breaks the walls. But once the walls are broken, guys, Team Blue is gonna win. Right, they have a B. B already has more range than Lumi. And eventually they will have a Surge with level 3 range. And once Surge hits level 3, the game is done. Okay, Surge with extra range and a B on an open map, or on an open map is what I wanted to say. The game is done. So let's see if they can score. Kill Symantec. He used his super, so he doesn't have a dash now. Boss jumps. Decent value. He doesn't have his super back, which is a big problem. OP has a super and a hyper. Yoshi has his jump. Not gonna feed Symantec. Great play. This is not looking good for Humble. Double hyper. Ignores Primo. Okay, focus on Joker. Great play. He doesn't even care. Gonna focus on Joker first. Hits boss, but then he realizes he doesn't even need to care about boss. He just rushes Lumi. Great play. Let's see what happened down here. Yoshi and Symantec. Good kill. Okay, a little bit missed gadget. Probably would have been a goal. Boss has his super, jumps, breaks the walls. Those walls don't matter that much, of course, but overall, as you can see, if Boss breaks the walls, it's not good for Team Red, for Humble, of course. And now on the left side, the walls are gone because of Stu. And now look at B, 3 shots in a row, 4 misses. Surge range level 4. Left side is broken because of Stu gadget. So, you know, it's not optimal. He doesn't have his super. Joker, another hypercharge. 2 minutes into the game. Surge, level 4, range and more damage. Primo has a hyper and a super, but Primo can't do anything. You see this? Like, Primo can't do anything. If he jumps on Joker now, the map is completely open. Surge is going to win, and all of them have hyper, by the way. All of SK have hyper. He can't kill Yoshi. Yoshi has a jump. He can't really, I mean, jumping on OP is kind of useless for boss. So, yeah, really nothing they can do. Joker goes in again. Decides to get Symantec just for the KD. He didn't need to do that. That was kind of disrespectful, to be honest. Clean game. It doesn't look great for Humble. One more. Okay, last Brawl Ball game. We see Yoshi pushing lane instantly, so this time Humble decides to switch lane from the start. So of course, if Primo spawns over here and he wants to run over here, he's going to lose a lot of time. And same thing as before now, it's just earlier in the game, Yoshi uses this time space he has, this kind of time period he has to push up in the lane, uses gadget, gets behind the wall as fast as possible, and kind of same situation again. B should win mid as before, gets caught in the gadget. Symantec gets his super but uses it again, And Joker gets really good hits on boss. That's well played. And I think boss dies, you know. Okay, he goes up, but then he... Yeah, we should finish boss, I think. He can't finish boss. Okay, boss dead. I think Yoshi got his stage and the map is open on his side. So that's actually really good for Surge. That's actually really good. And Joker has his hyper after 21 seconds. Shouldn't be possible in my opinion. But yeah, Semantic doesn't have a dash, so let's see. Now again, even in the best case, it's a bad case, if I can put it that way. You know, they can put boss on Shade, doesn't do anything. Shade can hyper, he can rush Lumi again. Shade can rush Semantic. He can actually, he can really rush both, and then it's gonna be a score. So yeah, I think, yeah, there's not really anything they can do. The main thing here is the Shade. Just too good. OP does die, gets caught in the gadget. Luki still goes in, not Luki, Joker still goes in. Does 4,000 damage with his hyper. So he's probably gonna kill Semantic here as well. Insane double kill. Once again, it's just boss left standing. He's gonna feed Surge. He can't kill Joker. Or he can kill Joker, but he's gonna open the map, and once the map is open, they lose. Okay, same thing like before. They can't really scout the bush, so they need to wait. Okay, guys, always be patient. Don't just run in and die. Another Joker super. He's gonna cycle it again. Okay, he gets one gadget on both. He kind of got stopped from shooting there one time. Now, boss has his super, but again, is he gonna jump on Yoshi? I don't know, there's not really... It's not looking great. No, he gets pinched instantly before he can even do anything. Joker has his super again. How did Semantic die? Probably just to full HP Surge. Joker dead again. Yeah, damage gear. 1-0. Wow, clean goal. Now boss has his jump again, but you see he can't really use it. The map is open left, so Yoshi's fine against 2, I think. Okay, they trade. And now boss will jump on, I see, and this is what I mean. Now he does kill Joker. This is kind of the first play from boss in the whole Primo set, but he broke the map. Okay, so now B is so strong, which is not ideal for Humble. He gets 1, he gets 2, no, okay, OP hyper. Does OP get Charlie Lumi here? I'm not sure, but he does survive on 1 HP. So you see, boss can cook a little bit, but he opens the map. And Search is level 3 now. The map is open. You can see these walls are gone. These walls are gone. And these walls are gone, of course, top left, but they make less of a difference. So the game is basically over. And it's 1-0, 1 minute left. Classic SK. Are they going to corner the ball? Yeah, classic SK. Get the kill. Semantic, no dash, can't do anything against double range. Boss has his hyper. This is kind of the one thing that might be able to change the game. Now that it's 3v1. Nothing's gonna happen. Everyone has their hyper. Not everyone, but Shade and Surge. Really strong hyper, so yeah. I think the game is over. Speaking about hypers, do you guys see the new tweet from my cause again? It's just, the game is so much about hypers right now. Oh, Semantic can't score because Yoshi still has a jump. Defends it. He gets a kill and he has a hyper. Boss has a hyper, so maybe jump. No, there's no chance. So yeah, the game is a lot about hypers. It really revolves about the good hyper charges in the game. Terra, Draco. I'm kind of happy with NC Draco in Brawl. Those are main things you need to pay attention to. And then I think the main overall theme of this video, I don't know how long it is and I don't care, it's just fun to do, is lane switching. Okay, Surge is useless on his bad lane. He's great against Primo. Mortis is useless against Lily. He's great against Amber and Lumi. So those are the main takeaways from this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you watched this far, comment something special. Like, I need to know you watched this far because that would be crazy. I know the video is going to be a little bit longer than my others, but it's a lot of fun for me to make. I love watching these games and kind of analyzing them, not just watching them as entertainment. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.